Welcome to an episode of Byron Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at A Christmas Carol. And this is an animated version released back in 1997, distributed by 20th Century Fox and Deke Entertainment. Deke, probably best known for distributing Sailor Moon in the US, to be honest. At least that's what I remember them most for. You know, with that horrible dub that made Sailor Uranus and Neptune cousins instead of lovers. In case, you upset those people, they're deeply religious in the South or something. Honestly, I thought that was a bad idea, nowadays when I think back on it, because now you just have people saying, they're cousins and lovers, because incest is wincest. But I suppose I should get off that tangent, and back to talking about this film starring the voice of Tim Curry and Whoopi Goldberg as the, Ghost of Christmas Present, and Tim Curry as, Scrooge, because the guy usually plays villain-like characters, and Scrooge is not the nicest of guys when he starts out, so you gotta pick a proper voice, and who better than Tim Curry, the voice of the Skullmaster from the Mighty Max series, or the Cardinal from, the Musketeers. The list of characters that Tim Curry's played that are definite villains could probably go on, infinitum, because he's very prolific. He's done it all, I swear. I do have a few comments about this DVD itself. It's a weird DVD as far as I'm concerned. Not with the, the look of it or anything, but the fact that it just jumps straight into the movie. There are no trailers or anything. There's not even a menu for this thing. Yeah, there's no root menu. You just jump straight into the movie and this plays. And then when it's done, it's just like, oh, I got no menu to go to, so I'm just going to be blank on your computer now because I got nothing else I can do. I imagine it'd probably be similar on a DVD player and stuff too, because like I said, there's no root menu for it to go to after it finishes the film. It just jumps right into it. I mean, it's a bit weird there's no one advertising, on this movie for some other film. Even a cheap direct-to-video film, like Ant-Boy or something. Like, especially considering, they got the voice of Tim Curry, as Scrooge. You'd think someone would be like, I want to advertise on your direct-to-DVD movie, like, I want to throw on some ads, for my stuff that's really cheap. But no, didn't happen. It's just bizarre, okay? I can't think of any other DVDs I've ever popped into a reader before and just, like, straight into the movie. Like, I'm sure there's others, I just can't think of them. Like, even the Barbie movie here had ads on it. Like, but this one, nope. I also have a weird comment about the box itself. Maybe not weird, but nitpicking. Why is the Ghost of Christmas Present, behind the S there, white? Because she's not white in the film.
I am the Ghost of Christmas Present.
She's voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, so they color her black in the film itself. I'm not sure if this was just meant to avoid potential controversy, because, their spirits, obviously they should be white for some stupid reason. Whole black stormtrooper thing, and, the black member of the Fantastic Four, just controversies that come back to, when you think about it. So are they trying to avoid something like that potentially happening? I don't know why anyone cares, because, there's so many different adaptations of A Christmas Carol, does it really matter? I mean, seriously, I got 4 of them over the course of the last Christmas, and I'm sure there's plenty more I don't have. There's so many adaptations of this film, you could probably list your top 10, if not 15 or 20 of them. It's a very frequently adapted work. So I just don't get, the coloring issue there. I mean, was someone making a mistake, or was it, the whole Black Stormtrooper thing, potentially popping up? I mean, it's 1997, so that wasn't a thing, when this was made, but maybe someone was thinking about that, like, we'll make the spirit white. I don't know the exact details of it. Like I said, maybe it's just a miscoloring, and they just decided to go with it because, direct-to-DVD, we're going to put it out right in the stores, and not care about it afterwards. So maybe that's how that happened, no idea. As far as the adaptation itself goes, it's alright. It hits all the usual beats. I mean, they definitely try to get rid of any of the religious undertones and stuff, and basically mention that just directly to the audience. Like, yeah, we're not going to talk about the religious aspects of this holiday. We're just going to, ignore them as much as possible. Like, goodwill to your fellow man and all that, and humanity is our business, but we don't want to get in the whole, Jesus' birthday stuff, that might cause unnecessary controversy, for our cheaply made film, and we don't want to deal with any lawsuits, so we're just gonna avoid all of that. So I'm sure someone that they watch this film will start screaming, "War on Christmas!" Which, fine, suit yourself. I don't know why it's such a big deal. If you want a more religious version of A Christmas Carol, I'm sure it exists. Go find it. It also obviously tones things down a bit because, obviously this is meant to be, for the kids. I mean, let's face it, we have a dog in this film named Debbit. Spends his time, trying to eat food, and failing epically because, he's traveling with Ebenezer, so, he's in the past, so he's basically can't interact with it, like, these are the shadows of the past. Like, you can't obviously eat the food here. These are also shadows, it's not real food, So, the dog's, like, trying to gnaw on this or attack the cat or whatever, obviously just mild, light comedy distractions, from Ebenezer trying to deal with, all of his bad decisions or, failures to live up to proper examples from his past, whether it be his sister or, his nephew, like he doesn't, imitate their behavior on the holidays, and like we gotta teach him, the real spirit of Christmas. So, very standard adaptation, with obviously bent towards kids. So you don't have, the whole burning them alive, like we got in Scrooge, with Bill Murray in a coffin while it's, being set on fire to cremate him. So yeah, just pointing towards the gravestone, like, go look over there, Scrooge. That's your fate. A cold spot in the ground where no one cares. Like, no one's gonna bring you flowers. At best, they might show up to piss on your grave, when no one else is around. So yeah, very standard adaptation, like I said. So as far as it goes, it's alright, but nothing really special. As far as the song aspects go, it's definitely got a few original songs, and I don't care for any of them. Like, the best one, as far as I'm concerned, is probably Santa's Sooty Suit, which is a somewhat fun song to probably sing along to. After all, how often you talk about how dirty Santa would have to be, from, going down all those chimneys and whatnot. So, yeah, at least that's a somewhat fun song you can have a bit of fun with. But other songs, like Random Acts of Kindness and stuff, just grate on my nerves. I'm just like, make it stop. This song is terrible.
Random acts of kindness, random acts of kindness.
So, yeah. On that aspect, I'd say very iffy. I mean, other people might get more of a kick out of it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of carols in the first place, but yeah, I definitely didn't enjoy that aspect of the film very much. But overall, I'd say it's alright. Not great, but alright. Till next time, then. See ya.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.